guys, hope you're having a great day. Foodie friends, I'm here at Times. You can see the sign behind me. It says Taste of Japan. We're at Times Kaahumanu in Pearl City, kind of near the old Buzz's Steakhouse. They have a new little Japanese section, sort of like the Aiea one. So we're going to check it out since it's the newest one. It's probably going to be similar like Tokyo Central and such, but it's for the people that live in central Oahu or the ones that are on the west side where it's a little bit of a closer drive. So let's see what they have to offer. Okay, you can see the entrance here and the big sign that says Taste of Times. And they're supposed to have bentos and all that kind of stuff. So today is Monday in the afternoon and it's very, very empty. So pretty much the same stuff as Tokyo Central. Yeah, it's pretty similar. So if you don't want to drive all the way to Tokyo Central, they have all the same things. Let's try some of them though. They look very delicious. That looks really good. They've got salmon, ahi, some inari bones, which are not for me. I don't eat that stuff. The skin is not for me, believe it or not. There's some seared hamachi. Some scallops from Japan. They also converted their regular food into a little place with wagyu. So you got the sweet potatoes, like you always find, and some okazuya.
When did you make those changes?
I think it's like last month. It's very new.
I haven't gone here in about a month.
Oh, yes, I'm doing a little vlog of it to show people. Okay guys, so I got a couple of items to show you, like I said, similar to Tokyo Central or things you might find at Don Quixote. But again, for the people on the west side, I don't think they really have a Times, only Mililani, but that's not west side, that's central. So this would be the closest place if you're interested in grabbing something, unless you're going to go to Don Quixote over there. I'm not sure if it even opened yet in, no it didn't, it's still open in Waipahu, but it's going to be moving to Kapolei one of these days. But this is the cold soba noodles, so something different. They also have cold udon. Comes with a pack of the somen sauce, or is it soba sauce? Not sure, it doesn't say anything, but you know the sauce you dip it in, and a little packet of wasabi, or wasabi. I always get yelled at for my Japanese, but I'm not Japanese. I know we all look the same, but we're not. So here's a close-up of what it looks like when you grab it. Turn the sauce over. That's what it is. So pretty generous amount of sauce. It's got some seaweed in there and some green onion with the noodles. All right, that's what it looks like. I'm gonna put a little dab of wasabi after I put this camera down. Since I will have two hands, I'll try to mix it a little better. It does look messy, so I'm gonna leave this here. Of course, they don't give plastic bags anymore, and I really don't have an extra bag to throw the trash away, and I don't want it in my little reusable bag because it's gonna drip everywhere. But this is what it looks like. All right, here we go, tasting the noodles. The sauce is really pleasant. It's got a little sweetness to it, but it's not too sweet where I don't like really sweet things. The noodles are a little bit, I don't know if they're supposed to be that way. This is not a dish I would order right off the bat or would be appealing to me, but it is actually good. It looks really simple, but it's delicious. But they're very soft, like definitely not al dente. You tell me if you're into Japanese cuisine and culture, if they're usually supposed to be that way. It's like super really, like you bite into it and it kind of just melts away, like kind of really soft. Let's try some with the seaweed. That has a flavor and texture contrast because the noodles are very soft. The seaweed's crunchy. I like seaweed, but it also has a lot of salt in there, and not in a bad way, but it offsets the sweet sauce it comes with. And the sauce is really, really good. It's really cold and refreshing, and when you mix it with the wasabi, it's kind of spicy. Really goes well together. All kinds of different flavors going on. If you've never had this before, kind of like me, it's not something I would go for on a menu if I saw it. I just wanted to try something different. I've had it before in a Japanese restaurant, but I think the sauce in here is really good. I wouldn't say the one I had was very memorable, or I don't remember it. It wasn't bad or anything, but I would get this again. It's super simple. It looks very plain. You know, it doesn't look exciting because it just has two ingredients in there besides the noodles, like the green onion and the seaweed. No meat, nothing, but it's healthy. It's light. It's nice and cold. It's a cold salad. So it's summertime right now. It's super hot outside. Very refreshing, and just really simple flavors going together, and it really melds well. All right, next up, let's try the scallops. They're from Japan, so they're not your gross scallops from, I don't know, some third world country, I guess, that give you hepatitis. So, hey, I'll try it. I love scallops. But, you know, it is scary eating it raw because you don't know where they're from, but if they're saying it's from Japan, okay. Ooh, you can smell it just opening the thing, and not a bad smell. You just smell that nice, savory scallop, the smell of the sea. Since I'm in my car, I'm just gonna drip it with some soy. It is Yamasa soy sauce, and put a little bit of wasabi on there. Also a tip, if you're wondering where the chopsticks are, they give it to you at the front cashier. You just gotta ask. If you're doing self-checkout, it's right after you pass and exit out of the self-checkout area on the counter where the person kind of stands to assist you. It's in a green basket, so you can grab it yourself. Let me put some wasabi on here, and down the hatch she goes. So good. If you like scallops, these are super fresh. Just the taste of the sea, nothing fishy about it. It's amazing how much stuff they can get imported from Japan these days and still give it to you for a pretty decent price. So this tray had 5 pieces. I think that's pretty generous for the price for fresh seafood from Japan. And the rice tastes good. There's a decent amount of scallop on each one. I'm really glad that they have this, and it seems like they're probably going to convert each time slowly to have one of these tastes of Japan's. I know the Aiea one has had theirs for a while, and it's a little bit bigger than the, I guess they call it Times Waimalu, the one on Kaahumanu, the one I'm talking about right now. That one's a bit smaller, but still offers pretty good selection for the small space that they're working with. It's a great place to grab a healthy lunch that's quick and prepared already. You know, it's not just lunch. You could have dinner as well if you're lazy and you had a long day, stuck in traffic, whatever. Just go grab a poke bowl, some sashimi or sushi, or some noodles. They also have bentos, which I'm going to get to next, and it's all good. It's all decently priced. Last one, all done. I just pretty much mopped that one. That was good. All right, next up is the seared salmon. Sorry, I put it in my bag to drive to a different parking lot because it got crowded in there and it kind of moved around. So this one does not come with any soy sauce or any sauce, so I guess it doesn't go with it. I don't know if there's anything underneath. Let's check. Nope, it's just the seared salmon on the top with no sauce in the middle. It's just rice and some sesame seeds on the top. Reminds me of like a seared salmon poke bowl that I had at Ohana Poke House in, what was that? McCully Shopping Center, except, to be honest, just this is my opinion because my taste buds are different from everyone else. The torched flavor is a little bit too much for me. Like I can taste it in the back of my nose after just that one bite, and it's very strong. Almost tastes like an artificial smoke flavor, but I'm sure it's not artificial. I just think it's been seared too much, especially without any sauce or any mayo or anything like that. I'll try another piece. Yeah, that one I wouldn't say is my favorite, honestly. I just think it needs like something brushed on there, either unagi sauce or some kind of sweet type of soy, or even just a mayo, like a seafood dynamite type of sauce. Interesting that they didn't give soy or shoyu or anything to put, or unless they forgot it in this one. I'm not sure, but I'm going to take some of the shoyu from the other one that I still have extras of and try it with that. All right, I'm going to put some wasabi and shoyu on top. See, just with that, tastes so much better. And I don't know why they didn't include any shoyu in that one, but it tastes so much better and kind of kills that really strong burnt taste. It's not burnt at all. It just has a lot of that torched flavor and a little bit too charred for me. Not bad, but I wouldn't probably get it again. If you really like that strong smoky taste, you'll probably like it. And lastly, I'm running out of battery, so hopefully I can get all this in, is their bentos. They have bentos. They even have pizzas, and they're ready to eat by the slice. They're Japanese style pizzas, seafood pizzas, and all kind of different ones, teriyaki. And they also have them boxed, ready to go, grab and go to bake in your own oven at home. I thought that was really awesome. And they have, all kind of bentos over there, and they even have a wagyu skewer section, sort of like the one at Don Quixote Kaheka. So lots of options in there in that small little spot. This is the pork katsu or tonkatsu. Got a little bit of gobo and some rice, your katsu sauce, some pickles over here. It's a pretty massive piece of katsu. It looked like it was crispy. I mean, it is a bento that's ready to go, so you're not going to expect it to be crispy because it's been sitting out there, but that's my hand. I don't know if you can see it. I can't tilt it too much, so I don't want the food to spill, but pretty decent amount. Again, the price is fair. Here is the katsu piece, one of the end pieces. Let's take a taste without sauce. I'm not sure if you heard that, but even though it's been sitting out there, it was still crunchy at the end. A little bit of crunch. And the taste is perfect. Perfectly seasoned. You don't even need the sauce. The sauce always makes it better though, but perfectly seasoned, not bland, without anything on it, just plain like that. Tastes really good. Here's some rice with furikake. Let's check it out with the katsu sauce. Again, some of the sides still have crunch, the panko. The sauce is good, adds a nice sweetness to it, and it's so easy to eat. It doesn't look like it. Let me show you another piece. This one doesn't have as much sauce on it. I'm not sure if you can see that. Looks kind of dry, like a dry white meat pork chop, but it just falls, not it falls apart, but you can chew it. Look, bites into it easily, breaks apart. It doesn't feel dry in my mouth, even though it looks like it, but Super tender. Let's try some of these nuclear pickles. They're like pink. Pretty. Ooh, that's a little sweet and sour. It's just daikon, but reminds me of, what is it, the yellow stuff? Yeah, reminds me of a more sour takwon. And I like takwon, but that one's not for me, but might be for you. And here we have another side vegetable with some beans. I'm not sure if that's fermented soybeans or not, but we'll give it a try. It's not natto because I don't see any slimy stuff, but I don't know, you tell me what this is. It's sweet. Tastes okay. And lastly, the gobo. That's my favorite. I really like it. They cook it really good. Nice balance of the sweetness and the saltiness, and it's still crunchy. I hate when you go somewhere and it's cooked to death and mushy. I like a little crunch to the burdock root. Oh, look at this bambucha one. This is one of the end pieces. It almost looks like a drumstick. So that's pretty much the showcase of Times Waimalu's Taste of Tokyo. Hope you go there if you're interested. It has been open for a little bit now. It's kind of new, but maybe we have been open a month or so. Definitely check it out. If you were trying to go check out Tokyo Central, it is similar to their little takeout food area. Of course, it's not similar to Tokyo Central because that's a full-on grocery store selling Japanese items, whereas Times has a little bit of Japanese things, but not as much. It's just mainly a grocery store for your everyday needs. But in that little eating area that used to sell plate lunches, you can find all these great Japanese food items. Grab and go if you're in a rush. All have been delicious except for the salmon, but that just was not for me. Not trying to be mean, it's just not my kind of taste. But if you like that really strong, smoky, seared flavor, you definitely like that. They also have a similar one made out of hamachi. So if you're interested in that kind of seared fish as well, they have that. They have poke bowls and nigiri sushis, mixes of that. And like I said, all kind of bentos. They had soba bento and all that. Again, everything was pretty affordable there and reasonable in price, considering all of it was pretty much seafood. Again, I don't go over prices because I just don't want to deal with people that complain. But if you're a cheapie or on a budget, this place is for you, definitely. Some of the sushi items, I wouldn't say went past... I didn't see anything past $10. But the sashimi was about 15-ish. But you know what? For fresh nigiri sushi, that's pretty affordable. And they give you a decent amount. So go check it out if you're in the Aiea area, or, you know, that's actually on the line. So Pearl City, technically, because it's on the other side of Kaahumanu. So in that area, if you're passing by or going towards Pearl Ridge or Pearl City, go check out that Times for some awesome grinds and for cheap. So thanks again for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it and it was informative. If you like it, press the like button, subscribe if you're new, and join me again next Friday for another foodie adventure. So have a great Aloha Friday, everyone. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you again next week. Aloha.